Good morning. It's April 11th in Kyiv. It's a Thursday morning, about 9:15. I'm with former Congressman David Bonior. It's day 9 of our trip to Ukraine, and we've met with a whole range of people around civil society and also the military. 2 days ago, David, we spent the day with the military at watching them get trained outside of Kyiv, and I've talked to a lot of military people. What's your thoughts on the state of the war and your military analysis from your interviews, and what can we do to help this cause?
Well, I think first of all, it's correct and fair to say that the Ukrainians are resilient, tough fighters, and they have stood up against one of the great military powers in the history of the world. And it's basically a standstill right now along the front. But the Russians, because the Ukrainians have not gotten the military equipment that they need, for instance, the Patriot battery missiles, which I saw in the paper today that the foreign minister of Ukraine, Mr. Dmitry Kuleba, was asking for, they're out there. There are enough of them to be helpful to give a shield and a defense to the people of Ukraine, but they're not forthcoming. And a lot of things that they were promised are not forthcoming. They don't have basic ammunition. We heard this time and again. We, as you pointed out, were with trainers for about 4 hours a couple of days ago, watching them train units. And these were people who were from the United States, Canada, United Kingdom, Australia. They fought with the Ukrainians in this war at the beginning. They were part of what was called the Legion, the International Legion that President Zelensky asked to be put together. About 60 countries participated in that, and these folks actually fought and were wounded, some of them, and some of them died. And now they're trainers working with Ukrainian troops, and they don't get compensated. They're here just because they believe in this cause, and they believe in Ukraine, and they believe in freedom. And so what we have to do now is we're sort of in a period, Brian, where there aren't enough equipment and ammunition to move forward to get the land back that the Ukrainians lost to the Russians when they first came in. They've gotten about half of it back, but the other half is in danger, and some of the new areas of Ukraine are in danger. So I think you mentioned it earlier, it's sort of like a duct tape situation right now that we have. So that's why we're asking people to be helpful here, so we can get medical equipment to the frontline people of Ukraine, so we can get the ammunition that they need, minesweepers to actually clear areas where our troops are so that they're safe when they're going forward, or actually if they're going backwards. But we need to keep them safe, and we need to let them know that we're continually asking people to help them in their battle against the Russians.
And Emily, who's guiding our trip, I think is pushing us to support a battalion in Kharkiv and also in Sumy, which are under daily attack. Do you want to say anything about that cause? I think they need electronic warfare jammers and things like that.
Yeah, and these are jammers. We've seen them, and actually I think we may have shown them on one of our clips, where you can get drones, knock them out. I mean, basically discombobulate a drone so it doesn't do what it was programmed to do. And they're very effective, and they work. They're called jammers, and they need them. And we can help get them if people will open up their hearts and their pocketbooks and be supportive. Now, all of us on our trip, our team, we've given, and our families have given, and they're going to be giving more. But for those of you who are out there and believe in freedom, and you believe in the Ukrainian cause and the rights of people to live peaceful lives in their own territories and homes and countries without being invaded, please help. It's really important. And those in the Ukrainian community, let me tell you something. You need to get more into this fight. More into this fight. These are your ancestors. These are your homelands. You want this to go back to the way it used to be with the Soviets ruled? Those 70 lousy years of repression, death, confiscation. So get into this fight and get interested and contribute and be part of what we're doing.
Thanks, David.